Okie dokie. Let's get into Katawa Shoujo. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So I am back with Katawa Shoujo. Sorry about the whole not streaming in a long time kind of thing. It's been a little busy here, so I appreciate all your guys' understanding and patience and everything. Let me just see if I can. Is this better? Maybe? Let's see. OMG, yes! I am finally back, Roman Viking. Okay, let's see. Let's get started. Load. Where's the last one? 243, 6, 320. Okay. Foot and mouth. That's funny. Okay, let's do this. You got ads? I thought I turned those off. Well, that's kind of... Okay, anyway. Anyway, let's continue. So, Hisao, how do you like it up here? It's quite nice, actually. I like high places for the view. Thanks for inviting me up here. And for the lunch, too. Emmy grins with a 1,000-watt grin. Pleased by my response, I suppose. No problem. Feel free to eat with us next time, too, okay? I won't make you lunch, but you can bring your own up here. No lunch service? I don't know. Emmy looks mock offended. Look at how angry she looks. Trying to take advantage of my good nature? The nerve! She giggles. Well, if that's your answer, I guess we're gonna have to keep eating lunch all alone. I'm suddenly assaulted by the most heart-rendering puppy dog eyes I've ever seen as Emmy pouts. Kidding, I was kidding. I'd love to eat lunch up here again. Good location and the company is okay too. Emmy frowns a bit at my declaration of okay, but seems happy enough that I've accepted her invitation. I guess this makes us friends now. Or at least acquaintances. I think they're cute. Oh, the lunch bell rings. Suddenly I return downstairs. Rin, you didn't finish your lunch again. I wasn't that hungry. If you don't eat more, you're going to fade away. Rin shrugs as if this is an acceptable risk. Come on, I'd better get going. The three of us head down the stairs together. The afternoon class passes. Once again, I find myself without a plan for returning something to do after school. Oh, wow, I don't even know what happened there. Once again, I find myself without a plan for something to do after school, so I head to the library to return a couple of books I finished reading. Ooh. Walking inside, I see that there are about as many students here as there were on Tuesday. All the more evident from almost total silence enveloping the room. Oh, jeez. As I drop the books I borrowed into the return slot in the counter, Yuko suddenly pops up from behind it, quite startled from the banging they make as they hit the trolley next to her. Ah, sorry, Yuko. Didn't mean to startle you. No, that's fine. It happens a lot. I'm used to it by now. Can I help you? It's okay. I think I know where everything is. Thanks anyway. I suppose I grab another book or two while I'm here. There's not much else to do, and after reading so much during my stay in the hospital, it's become a hard habit to break. I wander down to the fiction section towards the back of the library, scanning the bookshelves or anything that catches my eye. Oh. As I do, I look over to the corner where Hanako had been the last time I was here, not really expecting anything to come of it. Baby! Surprisingly, though, she's there, absorbed completely in a fairly thick book. I decide against intruding her like I did last time and get back to finding reading material. Ah, beautiful. Ooh, Jesus, loud. Let's see. After a discernible amount of indiscernible amount of time spent pursuing the aisles, I am struggling today, I guess. I finally decide on a couple of books to get inside them off the shelf. With a minimum of fuss, I quickly walk over to the counter, check out my books, and pop them into my bag as I walk out. By the time I leave the main building, sunset isn't too far away. A small trickle of students remain, but the majority have left, presumably to their homes and dorms. I guess I need to buy some supplies. I can't live off cafeteria food and eating out for my entire stay here. As I leave for the gate, I make a few loud stretches to try and stave off. I can't read off the tiredness that accumulated over the week. Oh, baby. After passing through and rounding the corner, though, I see a solitary figure walking downhill towards the small town below. The color of her hair and tapping of her cane are unmistakable. I love her. She's so cute. I quickly walk up to her, which seems to catch her attention without a word needing to be said. Hi, Lily. She takes a moment to place the voice slightly, adjusting her head to face a bit more towards the source of my voice as she does. Hisao? Yep, that's me. She seems to have a good memory for voices. The fact that she actually remembered it is a pleasant surprise. Good evening. What brings you here? Once again, she gives a small, polite bow. And once again, I reply and counted before realizing I needn't do so. Just going into town, you? My, what a coincidence. Doing the same thing, eh? I usually go shopping on Fridays. She pauses for a moment, suddenly looking a little lost. That said, Hanako usually comes in town with me. Ah, not lost, but worried. The two do seem to keep pretty close tabs on one another. It's kind of surprising that Hanako would just forget Lily like that. I noticed her reading in the library. She probably just got caught up in a book. She lets out a small sigh of relief. Thank you. She has a habit of doing that. Avid reader? Right, she doesn't like being around crowds of people, so reading away from everyone lets her relax a bit. Although she probably didn't intend it, I can't help but grimace that I call my first meeting with her. Hardly wanting to bring it up, I remained silent as we quietly continued to walk down the quiet road. Tack, 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 tack. With the sound bereft of cars and the students in Yamaku increasingly far behind us, the quiet rustling of the leaves and the measured tapping of Lily's cane against the sidewalk are all that can be heard. It's kind of nice, especially compared to the hustle and bustle of where I used to live. Ugh. Before I know it, I've relaxed so much that a loud yawn escapes before I can control it. Me. Tired? Yeah, being running ragged these past few days. That's an understatement, to be sure. Transferring into a different school would be bad enough, but nothing like this. Well, hopefully everything should settle down for you. The festival's got everyone in a spin right now, and you've been plopped right in the middle of things. I need to sneeze, but I can't. Okay. For a moment I hesitate, but given her apparent tolerance for frankness, I decided to give my full thoughts. I guess Yamaku's kind of different though. I mean, the formalities surrounding everything, the isolation around it, not to mention the most obvious difference. It's kind of a whole different mindset. I suppose I get used to it though in time. She gives a matter-of-fact nod, apparently pleased with my answer. It feels almost as if she's included me in the flock of students she's shepherding, along with Class 3-2 and Hanako. Well, not that I mind. It's nice to get the thoughts off my chest in any case. Looking on the bright side, one could see it as a chance for a new beginning. You should cherish the ability to make new friends. That's optimistic. Nonetheless, it's good to have a positive attitude about such things, I suppose. I guess that's a good take on it. On to town. Walking down the road, she seems to become somewhat unsettled. Before I can ask what's on her mind, she seems to collect herself and speak about something else. So, where in town are you going? That's actually a pretty good question. I'd come in to buy food, but the layout of the place is still totally foreign to me. I just intend to wander around and see what I can find. But with sunset already approaching and nightfall not too far away, that doesn't seem very wise. I'm going to have to ask for directions. Again. I was just going to get some food, but now that you mention it, I don't really know the way. Well, now, this is quite lucky. I was just about to go to the convenience store myself. Looks like I'll be in your care again. Thanks. Together we walk to the store, my pace is carefully slow to remain beside her. Compared to my usual walking pace, Yours is quite a bit slower, not that it's without reason. Aramart. After what couldn't be more than several minutes, I catch sight of our objective. This town is really pretty small. Without farther ado, we make our way inside with a greeting from the counter. Mind if I tag along with you? Luja Hanako would help me, but seeing as she's not here, it takes a moment before I realize what she means. Considering she wouldn't be able to read any of the labels, shopping without any help would be a big pain for her. That said, I can't shake the feeling that she'd had this idea since I was coming along here. Sure, I said that really fast, I'm sorry. Sure, it'd be my pleasure. I grabbed 2 well-used red baskets from the small stack beside the entrance, handing one to Lily. Jeez. She lays on the ground, putting her school bag in, retracting her cane, sliding it through the basket's handles before picking it up with her right hand. Wait, if she doesn't use her cane... Aw, cute. Before I can complete the thought, she comes beside me and pinches the cuff of my uniform with her slutted fingers. Is this alright? Sure. I have no reason not to accept. I can think of worse things than shopping with a pretty girl holding on to me, even if it is out of necessity. We navigate, she's so cute. We navigate our way through the store with not one of the occasional passing customers seeming to bat an eyelid. Me too. I want her to... I don't know. I'm not gonna go any farther. Considering how close Yamaku is, I guess seeing students from there must be entirely normal for the local residents. As we reach its aisle, I quickly check with Lily and find out what she needs. I grab it along with what I'm looking for and put our items into their respective baskets. I guess this is the same routine she and Hanako follow every Friday. Excuse me! Ugh! Right, all that's left is the bread and that should be my shopping done. Do you need anything else, Lily? No, this should be everything. Off we go then. With a quick side trip to the bakery section, we make our way to the registers. The line, thankfully, is almost non-existent. It's not long before we're both paid for our food and are out the door. Aw, it's so pretty. As Lily retrieves her cane and extends it to full length, I waste a minute looking upward at the night sky holding both our bags. Aww. For a moment, I try to make clouds with my breath, but the summer's heat doesn't seem to cooperate. Eventually, she rights herself, taking a quick stretch before taking her bag and leaving me to my 2. You tired as well? The festival preparations have been complete chaos. Shizune breathing down my neck doesn't exactly help things either. Hey, she's only trying to get everything organized. Better now than later, right? I suppose. I'm going to enjoy relaxing in town tomorrow, that's for certain. I guess the festival preparations must be taking their toll on both of them. We walk out into the quiet street, talking between ourselves as we carry our bags of food and supplies from the store. Wait, what's that? I'm scared. Oh my god. I notice a very distinctive figure making its way toward us, silhouetted by the street lamps. Oh, it's a girl. For a second, I think it's another male student from my class, but as he, or should I say she, gets closer, I recognize her quickly. Aw, Rin, what are you doing out here so late? Rin? Lily perks her head, looking like she's trying to focus on listening more keenly. It suddenly comes to me that I should probably interpret the scene for her. It's Rin Tezuka, I think was her last name from our school. She stiffens at the name and gives a complicated looking expression, something like a forced fusion of a composed smile and a painful cringe. Thank you, Nightbot. Ah, I understand. I guess Lily knows Rin too. Rin turns to look at us, looking terribly out of it. I'm not sure if she recognizes either of us, or at least she doesn't acknowledge it if she does. She looks like a zombie, or a statue of a zombie. Slowly, some symptoms of understanding seem to light her in her dark eyes. This is something she must react to. Rin blinks once, very thoroughly. Hello. There is an awkward pause, everyone waiting for someone else to say something. What are you doing here this late? I was wondering about that myself too, just now. Some people asked that just before. I assume they were wondering the same. I don't know. They didn't know either. I asked, that's why I'm wondering. So that was pretty much it. It's a murder mystery without a murder. What? They're going that way. She turns facing to her right in order to demonstrate the direction. The other people went as if that was important, then rotates back like a mechanical puppet in one of those overly complicated clockworks. It's funny. For a person who gives an impression of being the quiet type, Rin really does use a lot of words, say things that don't need to be a lot to say. Unsure if she's finished, I say nothing. Neither does Lily, who seems equally robbed of words for the time being. I think that both of us are in fact just scared that any response might provoke her to continue. Our stupefied lack of reaction doesn't faze Rin at all. She keeps looking at us expectantly, a calm hint of expression on her blank face. She seems to be that kind of person, always so relaxed. As if bull elephant grade sedativs were flowing in her veins in the place of blood. Do you have amnesia? I don't recall you having anything of the sort, though. No, I don't think it's that. The other passerbys are probably just worried, though. You do look really lost, the way you're standing in the middle of the street. Oh, I see. Maybe I should have taken some other kind of pose in that case. I pondered for a while whether I should chase this angle farther, or give it for the sake of my own sanity. I decided on the latter. It seems that most of the time it's better not to read too deeply into what Rin is babbling about. Talking with Rin is like playing chess with a supercomputer who does seemingly completely random moves as if to mock everything you know about chess. It's like that, except with the human interaction. I love Rin. And even if I win, it feels like losing. Damn, it's just like Kenji said. Even when I live, I lose. Even when I win, I lose. Is this the power of the girls of Yamaku? I push the thought aside as too dangerous to consider further. It's probably just like it's probably just Kenji's anti-female propaganda getting to me during the moment of weakness. Yeah, maybe taking another pose might have worked. So anyway, you have no idea what you're doing here? She frowns, looking extremely displeased at either my question, its consequences, or the answer she's about to give. I do have some idea. I can't really tell what kind of an idea. That sounds like progress, at least. Louise hands us she spotted for an opening for some kind of discernibly normal conversation. I can't say I share her optimism. Look at how cute she looks! Yes, there is some. Definitely. The rest will come later. I'm sure of it. I always have reasons. The ensuing silence kills Lily's hopes all too easily. That didn't last long. Rin's, as far as I can tell, on base assurance aside, what should be done? We could just leave her to her own devices, whatever those are, but it's late and I don't think we'll be getting any thanks if Rin is found standing in the middle of the night. Which she probably will, unless she manages to remember what she was doing here in the first place. As for me trying to guess what might have been going on in her mind when she decided to embark on this adventure, the chances seem to be on par with winning the lottery. Several times in a row. I love Rin. Lily is oddly quiet too. I'd appreciate some support from the sidelines here, especially if she's more familiar with Rin than I am. But it can't be helped. It seems her familiarity with Rin is exactly what she's staying subdued. So I assume you're going somewhere. Not coming back to the school. Any idea where? Her eyes widen in shock as she dolts back in somewhat artificial way, making it seem like an act rehearsed for situations like this. Are you a mind reader? Is that your disability? How unique. No, what? How would you think that? You knew what I was doing. Look at her face, she's like, It was just an educated guess. We walked the same street in the other direction just before to get to the store. If we were going to school, we would have met you on the way. Oh. She looks a little disappointed. Like Kenji, Rin appears quick to jump to completely irrational conclusions. I love Rin. She's so great. Maybe it's something in the water here. I make a mental note to stock up on some soft drinks. You know, that is the second time this week someone asked if I was a mind reader. Do I really give off that impression? Rin shrugs her shoulders to the answer I get. You know, maybe you should come back with us to school. Lily interjects as I am about to further debunk my alleged mind-reading capabilities. She sounds rather concerned, the paper-thin smile on her face badly disguising that fact. Maybe she came to the same conclusion than I did. For everyone's sake, I decided to let the mind-reading topic drop as it's entirely inane anyway. Yeah, Lily's right. If you can't remember, there's no point staying here. Raina considers this simple deduction for a moment, then nods. Okay. Well, that's pretty. We start towards the school again, having wasted way more time than necessary with this episode. Rune walks along the edge of the sidewalk in her rhythmic way, looking like a mix of sleepwalker and rope dancer, while Lily keeps one hand on my shoulder, tapping at the ground with her cane. I love this song, it's so cute. Tap, step, step, tap, tap, step, step, step. Apart from that and a few fragmented beginnings of the conversation, it's quiet. A quiet apart from the relaxing one town at that. So, how's the mural going? We're going to get bad luck. Never talk about works in progress. I'm sure it'll be wonderful. Bad luck. Tap, step, tap, step. She doesn't care to talk about it. Lily's politeness feels out of place for the first time. Step, step, step. The hill Yamaku rests on top of is surprisingly steep, going uphill. We slowed the pace, but I still feel my whole... Ooh. Oh, he's gonna die, isn't he? Almost there, I can see the gates already. More than that, though, I notice that Lily's hand slightly tightens on my shoulder. Interpreting it as a gesture that she wants to ask something, I speak up. Anything wrong, Lily? I resist her to say aside from our traveling companion, but only just. For a moment, she seems to debate whether she should bring it up, but goes for it anyway. Is everything alright? Alright? How do you mean? The fact I can't interpret her incredibly vague question puts her off for a second. It's just... you seem unusually tired, I guess. Me walking uphill. Now that she brings it up, I notice that my breathing is strangely heavy. The uphill walk has really done a job on me. Lily knows it all. Oh, how do I answer? How do I answer? I feel like... I think I'll be honest. I'm gonna be honest with her. It's alright, I just need to catch my breath. My condition isn't the best these days. Oh. Is it something that related to being transferred here? I mean, she cuts off rather abruptly, maybe realizing she was being a bit intrusive. Her instincts are sharp though, and while I don't like the subject, it's not like I should lie about it. If it's Lily, I don't think I mind. I'm just a little weak for the time being. Hanako said you look fairly healthy, so I naturally thought... Lily doesn't finish her sentence again, letting it trail off with a measure of concern. Yes, it is. As she furrows her brow, Lily's uncomfortable expression spurs me to say that at least something to ease her feelings. It's surprising she's this flustered, considering her straightforward attitude with her own blindness. She must not all share her comfort about such things. Ugh. No, it's okay. I have a pretty... I guess the best way to put it would be messed up heart arrhythmia. I had a bad heart attack a while ago because of it, and spent most of the spring in a hospital. Ended in Yamaku on doctor's orders. Oh, you're so cute. She gently nods her head in acknowledgement. My answer, though, only seems to make Lily furrow her brow even farther. She doesn't seem to quite know how to react, given we don't really know each other that well. I can't really fault for her, given I have the same exact reaction. To my surprise, in a moment's time, her face shows that it comes to some sort of realization. So wait, so that time when Emmy and you collided in the hallway? I grimaced slightly. Her ability to connect the dots quite so fast as I expected. Thank you, Nightbot. Yeah, I guess I'm a textbook example of why those rules about running in the hallway in the corridors exist. That was a lot more dry than I intended. Lily visibly shies away from continuing the topic. While I do want to assuage her concern, I don't really want to dwell on this either. Don't worry about it. I try to offer a reassuring smile, but then I realize the futility. I can't pronounce that word right now, jeez. Without knowing this, Lily smiles at me reassuringly but doesn't say anything further. Oh, that was so cute. I'm gonna save. Where? Save. Okay, cool. Arriving at the dorms, Rin stops in front of Ramiro as a lightning struck her. She had been so quiet for almost all the walk back that I thought that I had all but forgotten she was there. It's Friday, isn't it? Yes, Friday, the 8th of June. This is bad! I don't want to think about it. Bad? Why? I think I'm going to go in a fetal position and throw up, possibly in reverse order. Is something wrong? No, nothing is wrong. And Friday, nothing is wrong yet. The mural is going to need to be finished by Sunday, so everything's alright. Do you have any drugs or a time machine? This is not good. Not good. So she's behind her schedule, recalling Shizun's exasperation at Rin's carefree attitude several days ago. I don't know what to think. She has left herself open for a told you so unless she can pull off whatever she needs to pull off by Sunday morning. Rin keeps staring at her mural, looking as mortified as she can. Leave me. I'm going to need to work for a while. I glance at Lily, expecting her to share an incredulous look with me as I roll my eyes, but then realize she's not the one to do that kind of thing. Leave me. We do, of course, not want to aggravate her any more than she already is. There is a trending bad feeling in my gut. Rin sure has a knack of making people feel worried about her. She seems like a person who should never be left alone. Maybe we should call someone? She sounded like she was going into shock or something. I'm sure she'll be just fine. She's just how to say. Lily cocks her head a little, trying to find a polite way of calling Rin crazy without calling her crazy. Unique? Yes, a very unique person. I guess you could say that. She giggled at the notion melodiously, nodding and agreed. Look at how cute she is. I love her. I love these babies. Sorry about leaving you stranded to talk to her. I don't really understand her, so I keep my distance. So my guess was right. Lilia offers a slight apologetic smile as if she was sorry that her own shortcomings had prevented her from being closer to Rin. I'm not the one to blame her, at all. Lily lets slip a long breath, probably a disguised yawn. Thinking about yawning making me yawn. I imagine she's as exhausted by all this as I am. I bitterly nod and give these to Hanako. Thank you for the company, Hisao. She smiles very sweetly at me. It feels different than normal despite the fact that she seems to be smiling so often. I can't put my finger on what difference is. It's just different. Relax, I say, but that's probably just relief over getting rid of Rin. Maybe. Yeah. Good night. Say hi to Hanako for me. I will. Good night. Aww. Oh, snap! Oh, snap. Here we go, guys. Here we go. It's Saturday morning. Or is it? Oh! Okay, it is Saturday. The students roll into class for the Saturday morning session. Ew. I wonder too. I don't know. I have no idea who I'd even choose. Each and every one of them sporting the tired eyes of people who have worked through the night. With only a day left to prepare, I suppose it's not so surprising. Thankfully, we only had to suffer through classes until lunch break, and then our time is our own. Matu lurches into class in a tired stagger. I suppose students aren't the only people here that enjoy their late Friday nights. Without saying a word, he scrawls some page and answers and questions numbers on the board and question numbers on the. Ugh. Okay, and I can't talk. It's completely atypical behavior of him, but it appears that no one else in the class is going to call him out on it. He's like, oh, I got a little drunk last night. Wordlessly, the students shuffle their textbooks into position and get to work. Not wanting to break the trend, I do the same. Fatigue has made the class antisocial. Not a peep is heard among the ruffling papers. That can partly be attributed to the two empty seats beside me. For some reason, Misha and Shizun aren't present, probably doing council work for the festival. It's very quiet without Misha present. I wonder if she was born as rowdy as she is, or if she's making up for Shizun's lack of voice. Nakai, can I speak to you for a moment? Ooh. I am so engrossed in thinking about Misha that I don't even notice Matu approaching my desk. Sure. What's this about? What's going on? Probably better if we speak outside the classroom. Oh, something about this doesn't sound too good, but I stand up and follow him out into the hallway. Oh, I'm scared. Matau stands in the hallway, scratching his head as he works out what he is trying to say. Not knowing what is going on, I wait silently. So, tell me, how are things? Things? I expected Matui to be a little vague, but this is pushing the limits. You know, things. You've had a week to settle in now, so how are things? Fine, I guess. I see. And how is your condition? The pause before condition seemed a little unnecessary. Hadn't had any problems so far. A brief shimmer really passes across the task space. Good, that's good. The school nurse was a little concerned that you might have been pushing yourself a bit too hard. Yeah, you're stalking him? He asked me to keep an eye on you when he couldn't. That makes sense. I'd ask that you don't blow us off so freely. As much as we try to give you the level of education that you would get at normal school, you have to have limits. Our goal is to make sure that you know where those limits are and how to maximize your potential within them. Do you follow me? I guess. I mean, I don't plan on doing anything stupid. Well, that's a start, I guess. Oh. So then on to my next question. How are you finding your studies? I understand you were laid up for a while. We're not too far ahead, are we? I don't really think so. I try to keep up when I was in the hospital, so it hasn't been too hard. Mateo taps his chin and raises an eyebrows. He absorbs his information. Is that so? I suppose there are still students out there who realize the importance of learning. I wouldn't go that far. I was only trying to keep myself occupied in my little life support prison. Well, yeah, you've got to keep up with these things, right? That's exactly it. One wrong move in this world and you're left behind, right? Right. Wouldn't want that to happen. No, you wouldn't. Every week there's a new scientific discovery. Most of them mean nothing to the layperson, but every one of them could be the key to the next big thing. I'll keep that in mind. It's obvious that Matu's serious talk is over and he's gone back to his standard, slightly scatterbrained approach to life. I think in hindsight that I prefer him this way. He's slightly more predictable in his unpredictability. Well then, I think that's all I really had to say. Let's get back inside, shall we? My relief at the suggestion is insurmountable. Sure, you're the boss, right? Matu pauses for a moment. I don't think any of the students here have ever said that to me before. For an instant I consider applying to this, but something deep within me tells me to shut my mouth and get back into the classroom. It's like, A few of the students jump at the sound of the door. Is there even a route for him? That'd be so funny if I'm like, I don't know what all the routes are, but a few of the students jump at the sound of the door, rapidly trying to pretend that they're working on the questions on the board. Me in class. Some don't even bother. Their heads slumped on the desk as they nap. Thankfully, it would appear that Matu does not notice them. He returns to his desk and retrieves a scientific journal from one of his drawers. I guess I got to him there. The class returns to near silence that Matu and I left in before our chat. Thank you, Nightbot. Mixed feelings of tiredness and anticipation buzz around the classroom. Around the room. Everyone here is either waiting for a chance to rest or the chance to get their last-minute preparations underway. The clock on the wall slowly takes the remaining class time away until finally the bells cry out, ending the torment. Before you all leave, I expect the answers from those problems by Monday. The class sighs as one, instantly regretting sucking up, but still acutely aware of the more pressing issues at hand. The classroom empties in a blink as everyone rushes to their last-minute festival preparations. I stay behind and try to quickly finish the question so I don't have to bother with it over the rest of the weekend and with the festival on tomorrow. Oh, she's so cute! Apart from me, Hanako is the only one left, obviously waiting for Lily. Thanks again, Nightbot! It's weird that Lily comes all the way to our classroom to pick her up. I expect that moving around at least is normally harder for her than it is for Hanako. But it's none of my business. I naturally don't ask about it from Hanako. Despite the relative proximity of our seats, neither tries to strike up a conversation about that or anything else either, so an oppressive silence falls upon the classroom. Ugh. Time passes in silence. Probably just 15 minutes or so, but it feels longer. I turn pages of my notebook. Hanako turns pages of the novel she's reading. A pencil that splinters against paper just when I was about to finish a paragraph. Excuse me, jeez. The sounds of my irritated sigh and fumbling around for a sharpener feel like they're breaking the mood in the classroom. Hanako keeps her eyes firmly away from my direction. I can't talk. Before long, Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. Hanako? Her name is all but takes to make Hanako jump up from her desk and run to Lily. Aww. They talk quietly for a moment, but it isn't long before Lily leaves down the hall and Hanako idles back to the classroom, taking her seat once again. I watch Hanako out of the corner of my eye out of sheer curiosity that the two would be separated. For a couple of minutes, she does nothing but sit with her chin in her hand, staring at the desk dejectedly. Me at school. The boredom evidently becomes too much for her, though, her slender frame reaching into her bag and pulling out a small book. Come to think of it, that isn't the one I saw her reading at the library, which is a great book, Life of Pi. She must be quite a fast reader to get through them at this rate. But why would Lily leave her to her own devices? Seems to be quite out of the ordinary, going by Hanako's reaction. Ah, that's right. I think Lily mentioned something about going into town today before Rin bumped into us. The thought of that walk makes me look outside. Aw, beautiful. The bright sun and occasional people wandering around enjoying the afternoon makes me yearn to get out of the school, or at least do something other than sit here. Oh, me too. Giving in to one of my worst vices, procrastination, I decide that history is a subject best studied on a Sunday, or a Monday, or any other day other than this one. And give a grunt as I lever myself out of— oh, okay, good. Don't hang out with Kenji, I hate that kid. Briefly debating with myself whether or not to hang out with Kenji. He doesn't strike me as the enjoying the nice weather outside with others kind of person. I guess I'll have to catch up with him later. Good, I don't want to talk to him, he's so freaking weird. Ugh. Changing tacks, I briefly entertained the idea of talking with Hanako, but by the time I look at her seat, it's vacant. She must have left for the library. Let's gather something I can do to kill the time. Thank God what? Thank God we're not going to be with Kenji because I hate him. I'm going to go for a walk in the town because that sounds more entertaining than going to the library. Following Hanako to the library seems a bit intrusive. There was a reason she left the classroom after all. After that aside, I do want to catch up with Lily. At the very least, I'd like to thank her for looking out for me despite her other awfully taxing duties. I guess I'll walk around town. With any luck, I should be able to find Lily. The exercise will do me good as well. Walking through the school courtyard to the gate, I give a small nod to a couple of passing classmates, the gesture being returned in kind. Even from here, the shouts of the sports club members can be heard. From the sheer volume of the din, the track must be packed right now. I remember what Lily said yesterday about being dropped right into the middle of a busy time for the school. While I'm trying to get my bearings and catch up on the study that I missed, everyone else is doing normal school activities. The feeling of being a foreigner still hasn't dissipated, at least not yet. Well, I guess not everything's bad. This is a private school, and not that much is easily noticed when walking around outside. Not only are the school grounds huge, but the buildings themselves are immaculate and quite divorced from the dime a dozen concrete blocks of public schools. There's also the fact that there's a much stronger feeling of community here, or at least a friendlier atmosphere. At my old school, it was generally accepted that people would keep to their little clique and be done with it. Eventually, I reached the gate and began to walk down the road into town. Well, that was fairly productive. Having seen a fair portion of town, including the houses perched on the hills around the outskirts, I decided to take a walk around the park before heading back. Living in the city all my life, the total lack of smartly dressed businessmen and fashionably dressed girls strikes me as incredibly unusual. Excuse me. And that's to be seen are the odd elderly person shuffling along. Oh, wow. Thirsty. All that's to be seen are the odd elderly person shuffling along the sidewalk and assorted, busily chatting pairs of middle-aged women outside of the small storefronts. Walking along the road to the park quickly distracts me from them, though, making me realize that I could perhaps push myself farther than I should have done to see it as much as I could. Oh no. As my breath begins to wheeze and my chest tightens more and more, I give up on the prospect of soldiering on. So I'm looking outside. Oh, okay, there's someone walking. Like, why are they? We're good. After a quick glance around the park as I enter, I take a— shut up, computer. I take a seat on a wobbly old bench that I notice near a couple of vending machines. Oh, jeez, I'm gonna die. For minutes on end, I sit with my head bent over, forcing myself to take deep breaths. I feel more like an old man than a teenager should be in the prime of his life. This is sad. The stay in the hospital, the surgery, and the medications must be taking a toll on me. Damn it. Eventually, my breathing returns to normal and the muscles in my chest loosen, not without a fair measure of relief. I guess it means the end of my little sojourn through in any case. There's a cafe on the far corner, so I'll stop by to quench my thirst before heading back. A little bell above the door signals my arrival to an empty counter. For a few moments I stand there waiting, my eyes every now and again drifting from the end of the counter to the other, searching for a service bell. What the heck? Eventually a door some ways behind the counter opens, the person emerging from it taking me by complete surprise. Yuko? Hi, I had no idea you worked here. I really have no idea how to address her either, given that she's technically school staff as well, apparently a waitress. Yes, oh, she's so cute. She quickly paces up to the counter before flinging her upper half downwards in an overacted bow. Welcome to the Shanghai! May I take your order? Straight down to business, I see. I don't know. Kate panic, same. Well, some coffee, please? Yes, certainly. I'll make it right away and bring it to you when it's done. Thanks. Yuko's formality takes me aback. She seems to take her job very seriously. Obeying her instructions, I turn around and quickly glance around for a free table. Considering the cafe seems to be empty, this is a simple task to accomplish. As I walk toward the table adjacent to the window, I notice a flash of yellow around one of the table dividers. Oh! Oh my god! Is that? Oh snap! Oh snap! Look who that is! Look who that is! Sure enough, more than I knew you were gonna freak out. Sure enough, more than I have to give her a good voice. I can't think of a good voice for her. Sure enough, I gotta say it real fast. I'm sorry. Straight panic. Sure enough, no more than a glance is needed to ascertain that a certain Sato at the table. That said, I don't recognize the suited figure across the table from her. Blonde, fair skin, only a little shoulder. I think she must be a relative. What voice do I give her? I don't know what voice to give her. Since the two are all but silent as the suited figure takes a swig from a cup of coffee, I decided to greet Lily. Some part of my coming here was in order to meet her after all. Hi, Lily. Kasao? Yeah, nice to see you again. The suited girl looks up, noting my uniform with a relaxed smile. Well-dressed person. Roman Viking, what kind of voice do I give her? I need to give her the best voice. Would that be like... I don't know, I don't know what voice to give her. I need to give her a good voice just for you. Let's see. Know each other? That was really bad, but... Sexy person. I guess it's as good as an approximation of our relationship as I can think of. Care to take a seat? She says this to the air beside me, but the message is clear enough and I take a seat beside her. I suppose some introductions might be in order. Hassan, ooh! Hassan, this is AKIRA Satao, my oldest sister. AKIRA, this is Hasao Nakai, another Yamaku student. Looks like my guess is correct. The newly introduced AKIRA gives a nod, which I return. What I don't... I love her already. What I don't return, however, is the almost analytical gaze with which she looks at me over. As she does so, Yuko walks up to the table and carefully places the coffee on the table before bowing and taking her leave. Roman Viking's wife. Gently bringing my hand to the side of the cup, I realize that it's already just at the right temperature to drink. After taking a sip, the flavor turns out to be just as good as the temperature. Yuko seems a lot better at this than being a librarian. I take a good long drink before relaxing into the seat. It takes mere seconds for Akira's examination to come to an end. Apparently becoming quickly bored with the activity, she turns to her sister. So, how's school recently? It seems like Kira is entirely unconcerned with someone she doesn't know at all, listening to everything they say. Not that I mind. Leaving them to their chatting, I sit back and continue drinking the pleasantly aromatic. I can't talk, I'm sorry. Sounds like it's pretty busy for you then. At least I'm not cooking your meals after school anymore. As they talk, I slowly realize that I'm entirely unable to gauge Lily's emotions through her eyes as I would for any other person. It becomes slightly unsettling as I subconsciously focus on that fact. I'm having a gay panic! Whoa, so cold. Weren't you just cooking for yourself anyway? I only ever got leftovers. That's not the point. Are you managing to feed yourself at least? I can cook without blowing myself up, you know. Mostly. Look at how done she looks. She's all, Look at how she looks so angry. This is so great. I love her. That's... It's fine. It's fine. I needed to learn sometime anyway. Oh, look at her smile. She's like, yee. She's so pretty. I love her. Lily? Everyone present is momentarily distracted by Yuko. I wasn't expecting this at all. Who has placed the cup of tea on the table for Lily. Taking the moment to glance at her watch, Akira lowers herself off her seat and gives me a quick nod. Well, no, don't leave! Well, I'd better be off. It was nice talking to you, Lily. I'm sorry, Roman Viking. She's leaving. She's leaving us. She's outie. Akira, do you have to? Oh, they're so cute. Lily looks generally mournful at her sister suddenly leaving. It does seem like she might have the wrong idea. Sorry, I need to get back to work. She's going to your house. They'll be on my neck again if I don't make it back quickly. So informal. Akira's trim and tidy appears to give anyone the wrong impression of her. Bye, Akira. She's going to your house. Bye, Akira. Come on, don't look so down. I'll be around again soon. See us. Oh, no. With that, she waltzes out of the Shanghai with her hand held high. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, Lily, she's so sad. Lily still looks pretty depressed, so I tried to make some small talk in an effort to take her mind off it. She seems nice. We used to live together, but now that I live at school, we hardly ever see each other. Oh, poor baby. Despite Lily having been quite... I love Akira. I still don't really know much about her. In hindsight, it's surprising just how much she's extracted from me, really. You used to live together? Was it somewhere around here? It was pretty far south, so the trip into Yamako was very long. Oh. With her working hours getting longer and Yamako being so far away, there was little choice in the end but to move into the dormitories. Well, that explains the chatter about cooking. So evidently regarding her composure, she lives back up, at least in part. I take it you're better rested now? Sorry? You sound less exhausted than you did when you first came in. To be able to pick out my breathing like that, she must have pretty good ears. Yeah, ended up walking all over town, despite only planning on taking a short walk down here. Reminded of my thirst from the walk, I leaned forward to take a sip. Without further ado, Lily starts on her cup of strong-smelling tea. I guess I'd better get going back to Yamaku. There's only so long I can stall studying for, and I want to get a good night's sleep before the festival. Standing up from my seat, I take the coffee stained cup from the table. You're leaving? Yeah, you going to head back as well? It's getting kind of late. Aww. For a moment, she pauses before lifting her face over her teacup as if she was looking at me. Oh, no. Yuko, could we have one more coffee, please? Okay, I'll bring it right away. That's not subtle. Oh, she's so cute. She gives a short giggle at my frank assessment of her maneuver. It's surprisingly childish and carefree given her otherwise collected appearance. She's so cute. In the end, though, I have little reason to refuse. To be honest, I can hardly say no, all things considered. Giving a manufactured sigh, I take my seat opposite of her. Wanting company, then? Oh my god, what's going... I'd say that's more than I was wondering. I see she's in questioning mode again. She does seem to be unusually interested in me, or at least curious. Do you have any siblings? Not exactly an unexpected tangent. No, only child. To be honest, the idea of having someone that close makes me a bit envious. Interesting. I raise an eyebrow, which of course goes unseen. The short silence communicates the question well enough. It's just that others have said the same thing before. It's a difficult subject to try and think about objectively, given that I've always had someone like that. I can mostly understand what Lily means, given that it would be hard to place oneself outside of any situation they've been in all their life. She and her sister must have a pretty close relationship. Taking pains to interrupt us as little as possible, Yuko dutifully comes over and places the cup on the table. Lily thanks her as I sit back, taking in this vexing girl in front of me. Aww. Despite always seeming to be on her guard and in control of herself when talking to others, she has an almost childlike curiosity about other people. That said, those rare moments she seems to slightly lower her guard are the most insightful into how she thinks. Reaching forward for my drink, I realized something I probably should have noticed earlier. I think I'm starting to become kind of curious about her. What do you mean? Despite making a good pace, it's already nightfall by the time I reach the large iron gates in front of the school. While it's nice to have plenty of time to wander around by virtue of living right next to the school, I can't help but get the feeling that very few students actually take the opportunity. OMG what? OMG what? What is going on? Cause I don't know, she's really cute, but I guess it's happening that way. Compared to the number of students I see milling around on campus during free time, it's certainly rare to see anyone around town. Given the large number of accommodations and facilities that the school offers, many of them might simply not see any point in venturing outside, let alone people such as Hanako and Kenji. Ooh, Kenji. It makes me wonder if students like Ms. Shizune, Misha, and Lily are the exception for the school rather than the norm. Oh no. No, I don't want to see Kenji, guys. I'm gonna cry. I hate him. As I wander back to my dorm, I continue to compare my old school with Yamako. As I do so, I begin to be surprised that I managed to even get this everything in words. Okay, so no Kenji. Thank frickin' God. I'm like, if I see Kenji, I'm gonna be so angry. The next day, I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine. That's gonna be. I hate Kenji. I hate Kenji. Just die already. Thank you. Night. Sleeping late is fine since it's a Sunday and there are no classes. Not just a Sunday though, but it's a festival as well. Ooh, festival time! From my window, I can already see some people at the soba booth singing noodles into place people will have the craving for low quality food. I throw back a handful of my morning meds and ponder how to spend the day. There will be a few exams in the coming week, but I don't consider those as ominous as others, so I'm not worried about them as I possibly should be. With no urgent obligations regarding education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. Oh no, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be so angry if I see him. I'm finishing my morning routine. I exit into the hallway, intending to go find out something to eat. No, don't. I hate him. I'm gonna skip past it. I hate him. Passing by his door, I decide to see what Ken is up to today out of impulse. I'm curious if he has any plans since everyone is doing something. Then again, I can picture him having built a soundproof shelter in his room. Or possibly something like a fort complete with no girls allowed sign. And with the girls crossed out and body crudely scrawled underneath it. Why? Why? Knocking on his door, which is luckily devoid of any kind of sign, and here again the unsettling clicking of at least 10 locks being pulled back, the door opens. Who is it? You're supposed to ask that before you open the door. Oh, it's you. Damn, it's early. It's not really that early. What is it, man? Nothing. We're just gonna ask what you're gonna do today. Half the school is out there already. Out where? Why? She's doing what? What? Is today special? Why are they there? Who are? I can hear them. It's loud. Don't tell me. Has the invasion begun? He suddenly looks more alarmed. What day is it, ma'am? Yeah, I guess you can't see the big wooden booths outside and people selling stuff. What the hell are you talking about? I have my curtains closed at all times to thwart the snipers. It's the festival. You know that, right? Oh shit, that's today? Aw, damn. Aw, damn. Damn it. I can't believe I forgot. I don't have my fort finished yet. This is bad. This is going to be a very bad day. It's good you told me this, man. This is going to be a bad day. Why? Oh man, they're going to be everywhere. The people outside my window socializing. I hate you. Kenji rubs his temples nervously, suddenly looking very ill. Go die. Go die. Go die. It's going to be loud as hell. Damn, when I was going to go out today because now it's ruined. Because everything is ruined. This is awful. This sucks. This sucks. What the hell? This really sucks. I can't go anywhere now. There's nowhere to run. Kenji seems nervous. You could even say he's majorly freaking out. I can't believe this. So that's what today was. Damn, I couldn't even prepare for it. I couldn't even brace myself, and now it's here and I can't do anything. You should have told me this earlier, dude. I mean, at least I know, but I could have known earlier. Imagine what I could have accomplished. Sorry, I thought you knew. So I guess you're not going to do anything today. The weather's even good. Yesterday was really windy, so I thought today would be cold. It's not though, so there's no reason to just stay inside. Yeah, you should check out the festival. Kenji groans and covers his face with his hands. Ah, no, I can't do it. They'll eat me alive out there. I know it. This has to be a joke. But he said it with such a straight face. Relatively straight. What are you going to do? We should hang out in here. You can help me build my fort. We can still make it if we work together. I don't know. I'm pretty hungry, so I thought I'd get some food first and then check out the attractions. Your class project seemed pretty cool, and I gave a hand with it, so I want to see at least the one and chat with Lily, I guess. Speaking of that, don't you have any obligations for the project? Are you out of your mind? That blind bro... Die. That blind brat is up to no good. I can feel it in my spleen. Her presence is like a dark shadow that's in the way of my great vision. I expected a blind people. What? Besides, I thought you were also... He holds up his head to hand uninterrupted. Only legally. Metaphorically, I can see farther than any man before me has seen. Kenji looks stoically into the metaphorical distance to emphasize his statement. Thrusting his chin forward to look manlier. Actually, it's just the corridor wall 2 meters away, but it's just the same. I can... You're so weird. Just die already. I can see the future of mankind. It's a dark one unless the threat of women is stifled. They are everywhere. His fingers his scarf nervously fast and fast like he's trying to start a fire. Then slowly begins to calm down once the panic attack finished running its course. I'm going to have to find some place to hide in a safe haven, and then knock the lights out of myself so I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have the perfect thing for that. I must prepare now. Don't go to the festival. Okay. Later, dude. Yeah, just go die in your room. I swear to God, I hate you. I hate you. Hold on. The door slowly closes with a low creak. I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. You're so weird. I wish he'd just shut up. After buying a plastic plate of takoyaki from a stall belonging to the class next to ours, I take a seat in the school gardens and watch people pass. I attentively nibble away at the rather bland tasting item. Okay. I guess I shouldn't complain. It's better than nothing and didn't cost much. Kenji's voice made me really thirsty, so hold on. Okay. As I look out towards the school, watching the people coming and going proves a surprisingly entertaining way of passing the time as I eat. OMG what? OMG what? You keep saying OMG and I don't know what's going on. The little children accompanied by parents or grandparents scamper about in the dune from event to event. One hand dragging their company and the other... No, shut up! No, not like that, not like that. I'm gonna fight you. thirsty and I need water. Like, no. 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 I'm gonna fight you. I take that back. I didn't mean it like that. I can't help but notice the age range among the people here is skewed towards the elderly. That's something I'd also noticed when I was walking around town. This must be one of those towns where the only people left are those that lived here their whole lives and ardently refuse to leave, and those wanting to live out the rest of the days in one of the increasingly few tranquil places. I guess that also goes away to explaining how conservative Yamaku school culture seems to be. Not that I mind one bit, I kinda like how calm Yamaku and its surroundings are. The heat, though, is another matter entirely. Sitting in one place for so long has focused my mind on how annoyingly humid it's getting now that the hottest part of the day is here. I better get moving if I— Gah! The sound of carry-on bells takes me completely by surprise as I stand up, a reaction shared by a few of the people strolling around as well. The PA system crackles to life after tolling bells end. Its age shows as the principal makes a barely intelligible announcement over it, officially opening the festival that's very much in full swing. It's quite amusing to contrast the pleasant smiles of the older folk against the totally pained and bored grimaces of their younger charges. Hold on. The students, on the other hand, seem to pay little heed. Nevertheless, as the address finally ends, all in united and polite, if not overly enthusiastic applause, then get back to business. Slipping a hand in my pocket to look as relaxed as possible, I casually glanced around for something to do. It's somewhat difficult to see very far with all the people around. I decided to fall back on tried and trusted rule. Go where everyone else seems to be gathering. Right now that's the school courtyard and surroundings. Throwing the used plate into a trash can, I make my way towards the school building. Seeing the number of stalls around the perimeter of the school building surprises me. Quite a few of the classes must have opted to having multiple stalls. In deciding which to visit first, I caught sight of a familiar banner with a blue pattern bordered in red text. Lily's stall is as good a place to start as many. I'm curious as to know how it's going. After all of the work she and her class have been doing for it. Stepping up to it, I begin to see why the class took so long to organize everything. Easily twice as wide as many of the other stalls, and with equipment for cooking strewn everywhere, it's closer to an outdoor restaurant than a festival event. I cannot talk, and I'm talking too dang fast. As a student in front of me takes a bowl of noodles and leaves, I walk up to the counter. The girl behind it seems exasperated, and asks me to wait a moment before she disappears underneath the counter. Seizing the moment, I take a quick glance around. Steam seems to be rising from everywhere as pots and pans simmer away. The most blind of the students are unpacking ingredients while being helped by someone who is probably the teacher of 3-2. It doesn't take long to notice Lily among them, talking with the teacher as she quickly counts up the boxes and packets with her fingers. From her expression and the fact that both she and the teacher seem to be in a state of mild confusion, it appears there has been some sort of problem in coordination. Before I can stare any longer, the girl behind the counter pops up again, only to look back and ask where the spare change box is. Lily pauses for a moment before she and the girl switch places at the counter, and the creature quickly walks off somewhere. Sorry about that, we're having a few problems. What would you like? It takes me a second to remember what I'd come here for. My eyes quickly dart to the side to read the menu sitting on the counter. Oh, I guess I'd get some miso soup? Ah, is that how? Yep, looks like you're pretty busy. Her face all but confirms that as she drops her waitress facade. Somewhere along the line, our order got mixed up. We're trying to fix it now, but it looks like we only have half of what we needed. Wouldn't serving smaller portions cover the problem? It seems like that's what we'll have to do, though I wish we didn't. The fact that a good half of our class is gone doesn't help either. I glanced behind her to see how many people are actually operating the stall. It couldn't be over about 8. I guess that's why your teacher left? That's right, she's going to try and round up a few more of her classmates to help. Hearing the sound of footsteps behind me, I softly glanced backwards to see an elderly couple taking a place in line. I guess I'd better stop loitering around and chatting. Here's the money for the soup. Soup? Oh, right. Coming up. Lily turns and calls for a bowl of miso soup as I hand over the money for it. Taking the coins in her palm, I can't help but notice how officially she counts them out with long, pale fingers. Eventually satisfied that I handed her over correct amount in change, she puts it in a small metal tray. It isn't long before the soup is made and carefully handed to her, after which she turns and subsequently passes it. I can't talk, guys. I am so sorry. Jeez Louise. Thanks, I'll come back to drop off the bowl. Thank you, Hasao. Oh, there's one other thing. Have you seen Hanako? Hanako? No, not today. Why? She gives off a small sigh of abject disappointment. That's okay. I was just wondering what she was doing for the festival. We'll come back when you're done then? Sure, I'll keep an eye out for Hanako too. Thank you, Hasao. I walk out from the stall and find a seat, carefully cradling the steaming wooden bowl in both hands. Compared to the dumplings from before, this is quite nice. A little cool compared to what I probably should be, perhaps, but the flavor is enough to cover for that reasonably well. As I drink, I can't help but feel somewhat guilty for not being as involved in the festival as others. I can't really be helped considering I was dropped into the school only a week ago, but still weighs heavy on my mind. That and the fact that a few students don't really seem to be enjoying the festival as much as the visitors. Eventually, I finish my bowl and leave for the stall to drop it off. Considering that there seems to be no line at all, I take my time walking up. It seems that the teacher's mission paid off. There are now over a dozen students helping, and much of the unpacking has been done. Despite most of them seeming quite relaxed as they work, Lily still appears to be somewhat stressed. Right, I know what I'll do. Even if it's just one person, I'll make the festival more enjoyable for her. As I place the bowl on the counter, I call out to Lily. Ah, Hasao, you brought it back? Yeah, here. I slide it into her hand. She takes it over to someone who's apparently on cleaning duty. Considering that I didn't see them here before, it's probably a penalty for their tardiness. Hey, Lily? She perks up and returns to the counter as she hears my voice again, realizing that I'm still here. Want to go see some more of the festival? She puffs her cheeks disapprovingly. It looks kind of cute, and in complete contrast to her usually reserved nature. It takes a few seconds for me to get what she's taking issue with. Whoops. I didn't mean to. Lily goes at me, exposing her teasing for what it is. You're still not used to the school, are you? She got me. Still, I kinda need to stay with ourselves. Take it until just not even get everything unpacked. I guess her reluctance shouldn't overly surprise me, considering how much work she's put into this. Everything seems to be running fine now, though. Besides, you've got extra help on hand anyway. A boy in the middle of cooking some soba noodles turns toward us grinning. Go on, Lils, you've earned yourself a break. We can hold down the fort for now. If you say it's okay, then I suppose so. But if you need any help, then we'll call you. Go on, we'll be fine. Lily finally gives up her resistance as she waves a spatula at her. She feels her way around the back of the saw and picks up her cane on the way. I guess the first thing we should do is look for Hanako. Lily seems kind of worried about her, and I doubt she'd be the kind of person to enjoy milling around in crowds like this all alone. So, I guess we should search for Hanako. Where to first? The both of us go quiet for a moment to think, and I hate to say this, but I'm really freaking tired, and... I'm trying to think if I should keep going. I'm really enjoying this, and I want to see where it goes, but also I got work tomorrow. Hold on. Roman Viking, I might have to end it now. I'm sorry. But I might do a stream this Thursday. I don't know what Thursday is my birthday. No, because Thursday is my birthday. And I'm gonna go to a birthday dinner, so... I'm not sure if, I don't know what the plan is for anything right now. I wanna, once Sunday rolls around, I wanna return to a regular schedule. Thank you! Mako Funk, I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry. I've had a bit of a day, and... But, yeah, so I wanna, once Sunday, because Thursday I might do an impromptu stream, who knows. I don't know what it'll be. It won't be at my regular time, because I'll be at dinner then. But I'll probably return to this Thursday. Probably not this Thursday, but the next Thursday. So, that'll be whatever day that is. Yes, I do love you, Akira. Yeah, I'll probably return, this game Thursday and hopefully do every Thursday from now on unless something comes up. But yeah, let me save. Let's see. We want to save. You guys love me. But, yeah, if you want to keep, updated on my Twitter or whatever, I'll keep you all updated there, but I should really get going. Well, thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate it. I'll keep you guys updated on when the next stream will be. Bye.